Nice to see you all, LPR family. So glad to be back at the Broadmoor.
Well, good afternoon, Army for Freedom. We're here. We're energized. We're ready for a great weekend.
700 principled people ready to go to bat and affect real-world change. I'm hyped. I am so thrilled about this.
So here's to you for coming and getting armed and trying to help others understand the ideas of the American founding and of capitalism.
This invention, this fire of invention, we build back better every day. The capitalist system is designed to build back better. We don't need the government to build back better. I believe the number one problem is the size of government and the fact that people believe government will take care of them.
There's a common misconception that black folks need to be saved. That gets us in trouble in America when we start thinking that we can save people and that they need saving. The progressives will say that the country is systemically racist. I would flip it on them a little bit. I think the country is systemically progressive.
LPR's mission is to change the culture to one that more fully embraces freedom. And to do so, we must vigorously defend our first freedom, the freedom on which every other freedom relies, the power to speak the truth.
And I think the problem comes from a lot of people in news. Being surrounded by people who agree with you doesn't help you see the world fairly. People with whom I disagree can gather and even be slightly badly behaved, and that is something that we should welcome in a free country.
We have to learn to work with the media and in the media to affect change, because I can tell you firsthand, the media is also how we influence the culture.
There is so much hope for the future because of people like this in the media.
James Madison wrote a constitution to bring our factions out. He said, fight. As long as you are true to the covenant, a covenant that exists not between us and the government, but a covenant that exists between each of us as citizens.
I think the plan is what you guys are going to come up with. Don't wait for Washington to solve those problems. All Washington wants to do is take the power that the Constitution put in the hands of state and local government and then manipulate it for itself. You're the first responder. You're probably the only responders. So if you really want to make a difference, what you should do is what you're doing. I mean, what Shari has trained you guys to do in your local communities. That's where the left has been when the rest of us were thinking we had won the Cold War and socialism. Instead, they began infiltrating those organizations 20 years ago, and we didn't realize it. And so the only way you fight that is to be right there with them.
Our purpose here as human beings is not to live a safe life. Our purpose is to lead a full life. And it may not even be a long life. I would rather live a short, full life than a long, empty one. A long, empty life full of safety. Because the bigger picture is not about this virus. It's not about the mass. It's not about the shots. It's about the war. And the war is for dependency on the state versus individualism. That's it in a nutshell.
LPR and CLP are here to train, educate, equip, arm, encourage our fellow citizens to be principled leaders in action in this holy cause of freedom and individual rights.
I think we have to recognize the fight that we're in. We have to save our schools. We have to save our kids. We have to save our families. And we do have to defend each other. We do have to stand with each other. We can't let each other be canceled. The brothers and sisters in this room have to stick together.
This organization gives me so much hope because it is truly through a grassroots effort, peer-to-peer, parent-to-parent, school-to-school. That's what's going to change America. So I think there's a lot of positive things happening.
Be a happy warrior. The principles that we stand for empower people toward the pursuit of their own happiness. And that is an uplifting message.
If more and more folks are like you and engaged, I think that, there's real hope.
There is no later There's no more convenient time to act. Your service is required now. Not later, now.
It is time that we reach more citizens, persuade more people, and secure freedom once and for all. It is time.